So I guess I've been on kind of a Disney kick lately, you know? I just did Zootopia and Turning Red a little bit ago, the Chronicles of Narnia movies, the Jonas Brothers Christmas movie on Disney+, Mrs. Doubtfire, which is now also part of Disney, just like everything else that exists. Boy, can't wait for that world in Kingdom Hearts 4, am I right? So, you know, sticking with the theming here, I thought it was finally time to get around to the old Disney classic, The People vs. O.J. Big Hero 6, the 2014 smash hit movie that I think I saw in theaters. Oh, no, I did, because I saw it with this girl I was dating at the time, who, like, I was her first boyfriend ever. She was like 23, 24, and after checking off all the firsts on her list, one day she was like, well, now that that's all done, I want to try dating other guys since I won't be so nervous about all this stuff now, so thanks or whatever. Yeah, no problem. Glad I could help. Big Hero 6. I feel like hardly anyone talks about this movie anymore. Like, it kind of came and went, but it won the Academy Award for Best Animated Movie. So what do you say we check this one out? Come along, kids, let's take a walk. But before that, really quick, this message is sponsored by Raycon. It's the holidays, that time of the year when you're reminded why you don't really interact with most of your family for like 11 months at a time. But it's gift-giving season, and you know who could use a new pair of earbuds? Probably everyone you know, especially the older people. Because boy, I tell you, once every phone got rid of the earphone jack, like old people are just blasting TikToks on every bus and train you'll ever see. If only they had a pair of everyday earbud classics. No, but seriously though, the everyday earbud classics are back and better than they've ever been, okay? 32-hour battery life, 8 hours of continuous playtime, active noise canceling, and they don't fall out of your ears. Raycon ain't playing around, okay? Unlike other YouTubers who pretend to use their Raycons, I actually literally do, like, every day. Apparently some people hate doing chores, but like, I can't wait to clean litter boxes and vacuum while playing the same 4 City Pop songs on repeat, you know what I'm saying? Everything you love about Raycons, the look, the battery life, the sound quality, all for like half the price of the other guys who are way less cool. The everyday earbud classics are here for the holidays. Raycon audio products are up to 20% off this season. Just click my link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/Meyers to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. Order by December 15th to guarantee delivery by Christmas because great gifts should not show up late. Okay, back to the show.
Who has the guts to step into the ring with little Yama?
Can I try? I have a robot. I built it myself.
So Big Hero 6 takes place in the futuristic city of San Francisco. You know, you can always tell when a movie was made by what Asian country everyone's obsessed with. Like in the 70s, everything was Hong Kong and China, you know, and then Japan was all the rage for a few decades. And then just a few years after this movie, the world was thrust into South Korean culture.
There's one thing this video needs. K-pop!
And now every white girl on TikTok is pretending like they've actually totally been using gochujang their entire life. But anyway, so this brings us to our main character, Hiro Hamada.
Beat it, kid. You gotta pay to play.
Oh, is this enough?
What's your name, little boy?
Hiro? Hiro Hamada?
I always think setups like this are so funny, how it's like there's only one game in the whole world and like everyone plays it, you know? Like Beyblade, Metabots, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Like, you know there's at least one hipster kid in the Pokemon world who's like, yeah, giant dragons and weirdly hot rabbit girls. Whatever, that's lame. I'm gonna go do homework.
Prepare your bot, Zero.
Two bots enter.
I'm sorry, I love how you can tell this is an American-made movie because, like, why would she look like this for a robot tournament? You know what I mean? I lived in Japan for 12 years, okay? Ain't nobody walking around with chopsticks in their hair, all right? It's like an anime whenever they have an American character who's always a cowboy or they, like, only dress in American flags. Like, of course, the referee for this robot fighting tournament would have a traditional paper sun umbrella. Why wouldn't she? Anyway, so Hiro ends up beating this guy, and he doesn't like to lose, in case you were curious, so he sends out his goon squad, or, well, okay, I mean, that means something very different. Actually, you know, they might be a goon squad. Who knows?
Oh, hey.
Teach him a lesson.
Hiro, get on!
Tadashi!
You graduated high school when you were 13, and this is what you're doing?
Oh yeah, thanks for the random lore dump. I appreciate that. So after escaping the bad guys, they get caught by the police for speeding around on the motorcycle, and they have to get picked up at the station by her.
Hi, Aunt Cass.
Are you guys okay? Tell me you're okay. We're fine.
We're okay.
Oh, good. Then what were you two knuckleheads thinking? For 10 years, I have done the best I could to raise you.
Well, hello, Aunt Cass. I've seen a lot of you around the internet lately.
Have I been perfect? No. Do I know anything about children? No. Should I pick up a book on parenting? Probably. Where was I going with this? I had a point.
So the backstory of the movie is that Hiro and Tadashi's parents died when Hiro was like 3, and then Aunt Cass has been raising them ever since. But like, I'm sorry, just real quick here, but like, so this is Hiro and Tadashi Hamada, and this is their unmarried, unwidowed aunt, Cass Hamada. I have a few questions. Like, how the heck is Cass Hamada single? You kidding me right now? But okay, so Tadashi is kind of worried about Hiro because like Hiro's a total genius, but all he seems to care about is fighting. You know, like geez, Ash Ketchum, get a life, am I right? Dude, I'm gonna beat up all the adults in the world and show off how strong my friendship is. Oh yeah, well what's your 5-year plan after that, huh? What, you're just gonna stay 10 years old forever?
When are you gonna start doing something with that big brain of yours?
What? Go to college like you? So people can tell me stuff I already know?
Oh, what would Mom and Dad say?
They're gone. They died when I was 3, remember?
So Tadashi gets an idea to take Hiro to his university. He goes to this really prestigious robotics school that's really hard to get into, and it's only full of the biggest nerds, like Wasabi, the OCD guy.
With a little magnetic confinement for ultra precision.
Wow. How do you find anything in this mess?
I have a system. There's a place for everything.
The hot goth girl.
Welcome to the Nerd Lab.
The hot not goth girl.
Tadashi! Oh my gosh! I've heard so much about you!
And totally not Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Also a school mascot.
So, what's your major?
No, I'm not a student. But I am a major science enthusiast.
Okay, but there's literally only one reason a dude like this would be hanging out with these kind of kids. All right, you ain't slick, Disney. But more importantly, Tadashi shows Hiro what he's been working on for a couple years now.
Hello, I am Baymax.
People say that my little character is boring and nondescript, but hey, Baymax gets his own movie, 2 TV series, and a merch line. But okay, people in my comments, whatever you say. So Baymax is a giant fluffy robot nurse whose only directive is to help and care for people.
I was alerted to the need for medical attention when you said, ow.
A robotic nurse.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
Physical or emotional?
Okay, don't even get me started. If only I could go back to 2014, you know what I'm saying? So the whole reason Tadashi brought Hiro here was to try and steer him in the direction where he can use his super smart for something constructive and not just trying to collect all 8 badges from the robot gym leaders, you know what I'm saying?
Magnetic bearing servos.
He invented them.
You're Robert Callahan. As in the Callahan Catmost Blind and Callahan's Laws of Robotics?
That's right. Ever think about applying here?
Now, meeting this professor guy kind of kicks Hiro in the pants a little bit, and he starts thinking maybe he does actually want to go to this school. But they only accept a few select students every year. When they put on this big showcase thing where prospective students bring their robot ideas and their prototypes and stuff.
Every year, the school has a student showcase. You come up with something that blows Callahan away, you're in. But it's gotta be great.
Trust me. It will be.
Yeah, what if I made this really complex but incredibly stupid language model algorithm that made the internet completely unusable and got millions of people let go from their jobs? But in my defense, it can make videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti. But so, after spending who knows how long doing who knows what, Hiro's ready to show off his new invention. Ain't nobody ready for what's coming.
He's nervous.
Oh, you have nothing to fear, little fellow.
He's so tense.
What do you need, little man? Deodorant? Breath mint? Fresh pair of underpants? Hey, I come prepared.
I haven't done laundry in 6 months.
Yeah, don't say. But then somehow dudes like this are always pulling 8s and 9s for no reason. So Hiro's big idea is these microbots that are controlled by this neurotransmitter headband thing, and basically they can form any shape and do pretty much anything you could imagine. Just casually totally redefining how everything society's gonna work. No big deal.
The applications for this tech are limitless. Construction. What used to take teams of people working by hand for months or years can now be accomplished by one person.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Things that used to take a whole team of people years to do can now be done by one person in a day, thereby completely decimating the entire economy. Hello, yes, I am very smart. Also, this kid made all this, and everyone else has what? An underwater exercise bike? Nobody stood a chance, man. So after Hiro shows off his little rinky-dink robot project he built over the weekend, this guy happens to be very interested.
I want your microbots at Craytech.
Shut up.
Your microbots are an inspired piece of tech. You can continue to develop them, or you can sell them to a man who's only guided by his own self-interest.
I'm offering you more money than any 14-year-old could imagine.
Well, actually, I only pay in Dogecoin and Chuck E. Cheese coupons, but both of these are going straight to the moon, I swear, okay? Trust me, bro. So after thinking things over, Hiro decides he wants to go to the school instead of just selling his invention to the rich guy. And so he and his brother head outside the building for a while to talk about dude stuff. My balls stick to the side of my legs sometimes. Dude stuff. I want to be the little spoon too once in a while. Dude stuff. After a shower, I use one towel for everything because the towel forgets the next day. But right that moment, something crazy happens.
Thanks for not giving up on me.
And so Tadashi runs in there to try and save the professor, but the entire building explodes and Tadashi is gone in an instant. Is now all alone. His parents are gone, his brother is gone, his aunt is insanely hot. What's a kid to do, you know? Now all hope seems lost until Hiro accidentally stubs his toe one day. You know, okay, I said this back in my Tangled and Zootopia videos, so I'm not going to belabor the point too much, but this era of Disney 3D animation is like the perfect level, I think. The perfect amount of movement to be believable and engaging, but not having everyone constantly just like fidgeting all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, case in point here, Baymax's movement is rather rigid, but that's what makes him so adorable and hilarious, right? Like, why doesn't Disney understand this?
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion.
Hey, Baymax, I didn't know you were still active.
I heard a sound of distress.
Hey man, it's 2025, I get it. I need my daily death scream just to get out of bed sometimes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
A 0? I'm okay, really. Thanks. You can shrink now.
Everything reminds me of her. Okay, so here's where the movie really starts going somewhere. Hiro thought that all of his microbots were destroyed in the fire, but he still has one left that was in his pocket. And that one starts reacting and it's trying to go somewhere. So, long story short, Hiro and Baymax make their way across town to this nondescript warehouse place, and they see that someone has stolen his microbots and they're actually even making more of them. And this certain someone just happens to be a giant shadow robot demon wearing a kabuki mask, as one does.
Hiro?
No! Get out of here! Go!
Dude, what are you doing out here?
So Baymax contacted Tadashi's friends in the middle of all this because he was worried about Hiro's emotional distress. Classic Baymax. And so they barely escape with their lives from the giant shadow demon robot guy. Just San Francisco things. And they end up here.
Fred, where are you going?
Oh, welcome to Mikasa.
Franny.
Welcome home, Master Frederick.
Heathcliff, my man!
Oh, of course you're a trust fund kid. Of course the burnout dealer guy's just been LARPing this whole time. It's like when big YouTubers and streamers, they're like, I bought this thing and it was $100. That's so expensive. And dude, shut up. You're making $50K a month. Get out of here. So turns out Fred is some huge geek nerdy guy, but it's only about American comic books, which I feel like is kind of odd given the setting of this movie. But he does know a lot about supervillains.
We don't even know who he is.
I have a theory.
Dr. Slaughter, MD?
Actually, millionaire weapons designer Malcolm Chazeldick.
Chazel what?
Man in the mask who attacked us is none other than... voila!
Oh, it all makes sense now. The rich guy was mad that Hiro didn't want to sell him the robots, so he set fire to the whole school so he could steal them without anyone noticing. Haha, now we just gotta go beat him up.
We're gonna catch this guy? I need to upgrade all of you.
Okay, I like where this is heading.
We can't go against that guy. We're nerds.
My dude, you're 6'7" both ways. What are you worried about? Now, Hiro gets the idea to turn this ragtag group of nerdy nobodies into a crime-fighting super team. So he uses the little 3D printer in his bedroom to build bulletproof alloy and frickin' laser swords. Baymax has hypersonic thrusters and his arm turns into a rocket now.
The other thing.
It's a good thing Hiro was able to do this in a day and a half so they can still fight the bad guy instead of the 15 years it would actually take. By the time Hiro finished his second laser sword, the bad guy dude's in his 70s. He broke his hip 4 years ago, retired to Milwaukee. One of the few people in history to ever move to Wisconsin on purpose.
1,000% increase in range. I have found a match. On that island.
A shady rich guy living on a small remote island in the middle of nowhere. Where the heck is this movie going? So they go there and they break in, but it looks completely abandoned and destroyed, but then they get to check in the computer logs and they find something rather interesting.
We were asked to do the impossible. That's what we did. We've reinvented the very concept of transportation.
So basically what happened is the rich tech guy had a secret portal project that went haywire, and their test subject, astronaut woman, whatever she is, she got stuck betwixt the portals, and so the whole thing was shut down. And conveniently, right after they learn all this, the shadow demon guy shows up and does some evil shadow demon stuff. But of course they beat him up and take his mask off through the power of Baymax and friendship or something, probably.
It's over, Cray.
Oh.
Professor Callahan?
Sorry, hold on. How do you work this thing? Oh, here it is. And that's when Hiro realizes that his brother kinda died for nothing, like he ran in there to save the professor, but the professor was fine actually and stole Hiro's microbots.
You died.
No. I had your microbots.
Tadashi died.
That was his mistake.
Baymax. Destroy.
And so then we get this really dark scene of Baymax going into like full attack mode and basically just being the exact opposite of what Tadashi programmed him to do. But don't worry, because our girl Hani stops him at the last second.
My healthcare protocol has been violated.
Yeah, my dude, that's just how they have to do prostate exams for some reason. I don't know what to tell you. Now, in all the kerfuffle, the professor does manage to escape and go back to wherever someone would hide like 4 million robots. And so, this brings us to the end of the movie. Hiro realizes that his thirst to avenge his brother is not what his brother would have wanted, and turning Baymax into a machine of destruction is kind of besmirching his brother's memory, you know? And at some point, through various zany antics, they discover why the professor is doing all this.
Hang on.
We've invited all these people. We'll see.
The pilot was Callahan's daughter. Callahan blames Cray.
This is a revenge story.
You know, I feel like this plot twist kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, it's never really hinted at, or like nothing leads us here narratively. It's just like, oh, by the way, there was a secret magic portal thing that went wrong at some point. Okay, bye. Anyway, so everyone bands together to fight and stop the professor from doing whatever exactly he's gonna do, and they manage to defeat him and stop all the microbots. However, there's still one last little loose end to tie up.
Baymax!
My sensor is detecting signs of life.
What?
Coming from there. The life signs are female. She appears to be in hypersleep.
Callahan's daughter? She's still alive.
Oh, right, sorry, forgot to mention. So the professor's big plan this whole time was to rebuild the portal and throw the rich guy into it, which really seems like just an insanely roundabout way to get revenge on this dude. Like, you could've just kicked him in the kneecap, you know? And so Baymax and Hiro set off to save the professor's daughter, because Hiro, of all people, understands what it means to lose family, and like, he would have given anything to have one of his family back, so, you know, empathy or whatever. And so they managed to find the professor's daughter's escape pod thing inside the Nickelodeon GAC universe or whatever this is. And right as they're about to escape, a giant piece of debris slams into Baymax, destroys his 3D printed armor, and messes up his rockets. And now they can't move at all. They're just floating there in space.
I cannot deactivate until you say you are satisfied with your care. Are you satisfied with your care?
Please. No.
I will always be with you.
I'm satisfied with my care.
And so Baymax is left there alone. Hiro has now lost the last true connection to his brother, except it's actually fine, because somehow Baymax pulled out his central microchip and put it in his rocket hand, which would have completely shut him down, but whatever, who cares? And so Hiro is able to rebuild Baymax as the same exact Baymax.
I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion. Hello, Hiro.
And that's more or less the end of the movie. You know, despite a few weird choices here and there, I still think this is a top-tier Disney movie. Like, it really demonstrates the era of Disney that's kind of lost now. Baymax, or even like WALL-E, for example. It's like, they show how you can do so much with so little, and like, you can make people really care a lot about something that has like no facial features at all. Like the part at the end when Hiro leaves Baymax in the portal, like, I feel like this is even more impactful because Baymax has no expression. Like, you know what I mean? This is something that Disney and Pixar used to be so good at. It's one of those Disney magic things that's just been completely lost to time at this point. But yeah, I think people don't talk about Big Hero 6 nearly as much as they should. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. And hey, if you want to say hi, send me an email at alexmeyersfanmail@gmail.com. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.